Welcome to another episode of the Retro Funhouse Podcast. Another episode. It's been a while since we've done an episode.
It has been.
Yeah, we suck. Nobody cares about that. What are you talking about that? Anyways, in this episode, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah. Talk about what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got Yankee here, and we got Chris and me, Ben. I'm here.
Yep.
We're gonna have some fun, and yeah, it's been a while. Let's get to it. Audio only, no video. So here we go. Silence. All right. So here's my questions to the panel because this is the only question I can actually think of to talk about right now. Collecting. We're not talking about just gaming. We're talking about everything. We went to a card store, right? A card store, and card collecting is big right now. So my thing is, what would be, or what might be, or what will be, because eventually it's going to get to where it's just done. What does everybody here think will be the collectible thing out there that will just blow up and end because of, for whatever reasons, either overpricing or people just lose interest? So we're going to kind of go around the table and see. What does everybody think is going to be the one collectible thing that is done, or that will be done first before any of the others? Where do we go? Let's go.
I think one of the more likely is going to be Pokemon at the moment. Because if you haven't noticed, a lot nowadays, if you go to like Target, Walmart, or the Pokemon shops that you'll see around places, they usually will always get sold out very quick. And whenever they do, scalpers will put them up for like a lot more money and everything. So I think Pokemon, in my opinion, is gonna be the first one to be like done, and like
Done.
nobody's gonna want to buy it anymore because of how the market is right now. But that's just me though. So
Yeah. 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 I think it's got to be Funko Pops because Funko Pops, I think, were one next to video games that has been collected for a good while, a couple of years now, and you can see how I think Funko Pops are. It seems like they're losing value or losing interest. I don't know. They're still fun to collect, but I just think they're getting. I think people are getting tired of them. I could be wrong. Maybe I am. What do you think, Megan?
yeah, I agree.
I concur. He concurs.
I think Pokemon's still popular.
Yeah. So there's a lot of, if you think about it too, there's a lot of cards hobbies that are out there, not just Pokemon. There's what, basketball, baseball, football,
Hockey,
UFC, WWE. If you had to choose one of the card sports, collecting, which one would you say would be the one that's going to be done first?
out of the cards.
Yeah. That sounds like a good one.
I don't know. I the only one I would collect is probably the wrestling.
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 Yeah, I think after a while that's probably going to be the first one to die out.
Probably yeah.
Because how many wrestling cards? Wrestling. How many wrestling cards really can you collect before it's just like, okay, it is what it is. It's the same.
That's true.
It's the same superstars over and over. I did think the idea of what is it? The autographed ones are pretty cool. But
Yeah.
how many can they make before you're just like, okay, I've got 15 John Cena signatures or whatever. But
You just keep going.
yeah,
At that point.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's where we stand with collecting. What's everyone's go-to for collecting? Go. All right.
Baseball.
I got no money.
What was it?
Baseball.
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 I barely. What about Mango?
Wrestling and perhaps Yu-Gi-Oh.
Ooh.
Perhaps Pokemon.
Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em all.
Or stamps.
Step. Yeah. He's a step collector.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. For me, it was always either basketball or baseball. I have a lot of basketball cards from when I was growing up. So between those, I think are the better ones. But I think Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my go-to. How about Yankee?
WWE action figures. For me, it's WWE action figures. I've been collecting for a while, and I recently got back into it, and I think I've spent a little bit too much money on them. A little bit too much. So, yeah.
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
What was the other thing you were talking about? Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it is a good one.
Yeah. I don't know, video games.
Yeah.
What
Well,
about
there's a lot more to talk about.
Yeah,
Heading on to the next topic, we will be discussing about the Switch 2 and what we all think about it, you know? So, if y'all don't, obviously, I think everyone knows at this point that the Switch 2 went through pre orders in April, and it's kind of just the same thing as the Switch 1, but just the controllers are different. And then if you watch the commercial, they did the Paul, what was his name? Paul Rudd?
All right, yeah.
Yeah, they did his thing from the 90s where they did where he was the Nintendo guy, or I don't remember. But
Yeah.
let's get everyone on the panel and their opinion about the Switch 2. What do they think about it? So we'll start off with Ben himself. What do you think of the Switch 2?
I don't have one. I wish it would have been a little better. It's a little more expensive than it should be, and it looks just like the Switch One. So I really didn't see too much a big difference, even though they made some minor changes or some good changes. But that could have just been more upgrades, or just could have made it a Switch Pro or something. But so Switch Two, I mean, I guess they're gonna sell it. People are gonna buy it, but how well is it gonna sell? Or is it gonna be like the Wii U was to the Wii in a way? So he's sorry. So but we'll see. I don't know. I'm not super excited about it. So yeah, but Manuel will buy it anyways. Manuel, what do you think?
No.
Oh,
Well, I don't really play video games.
yeah, he thinks video games suck.
No. Yeah, the price was a bit higher. It's higher than I thought it would be.
What did you have it priced at?
$2.
$2. That was the flea
No, I thought
market
it was
price.
like $300.
You would have bought two of them.
Yeah.
See, now you can only buy one and a half.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What about Chris?
Yeah.
He's asleep.
Yeah.
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 Mock.
Ing.
Bird.
Let's go on into summertime's coming. Summer movies. Are there any summer movies you guys are looking forward
Okay,
to?
now
Or
it's talking.
now we're
I don't
talking.
know. There's a lot of. I
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise. Mission Impossible 82.
Lilo and Stitch.
The live action.
Live action. Karate Kid Legends.
Live action.
Live action.
I think
Jurassic World. Was it Jurassic World?
Jurassic World. Rebirth.
Rebirth. Yeah.
it's another one.
The trailer looks good. I
Oh,
think.
and of course, Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
Superman.
Superman. What are some other ones coming out that are good? That's it.
How to Train the Dragon.
How to Train the Dragon. What is it? Live action.
Live action.
We'll go around the board or the panel. We'll start off with Chris, and then we'll go and end it off with me, and then we'll continue. So, what summer movie are you excited for?
Nothing.
He doesn't
That's a
watch
good
movies.
one.
He watches movies. He's excited for Lilo and Stitch. That's one of his favorite movies, which is indeed Lilo and Stitch. So he's excited for that. So
Yeah.
let's go down the
Yeah.
line.
I'm excited for Karate Kid Legends, and I think Fantastic Four might be good. I hope it's good. As many as they keep messing up, you hope it's good.
Yeah, especially the
I don't know
last.
about Superman.
I think it'll be good.
Superman looks weird.
Man.
Man, what about you? Yeah.
I don't know. I'm curious about the Superman.
Super who?
Superman. It's been
Why?
a while since we got a Superman movie.
Because it's.
Live action.
I think the movie I'm most ready for, I guess, during summer is
Turtle Man.
no. I wish.
Live action.
Live action. The sequel.
I'm kind of excited to see the Mission Impossible movies.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
Just
sweet.
because
Miles in it.
I actually decided to recently go back and rewatch all the Mission
What?
Impossible movies. They're all pretty
How many
good.
did they make?
They made a
This to
few.
be the eighth one.
I like all of them. They're all pretty good. So, but besides that, I think the more movie I am more excited to see is Lilo and Stitch, just because I want to see Lilo and
That's the
Stitch.
bootleg version. Lilo and Stitch.
I'm excited to see Lilo and Stitch live action, see how it looks and everything. Live
Should
action,
have
so
a turtle man in it.
yeah, it did.
Manuel.
Yeah, it did.
What else? Is that it?
I was 8.
He was 8. And it
Years
was,
old.
and you know, at that time, it was all.
Live action.
It
Or was animated.
was animated. That was the original.
Well, but besides that, though, let us continue this trend. Let's go down and say what do we think will be, if not, what is the best movie at the moment? So there's obviously been a ton of releases at the moment.
Sinners.
Okay.
Okay.
There's been a bunch of releases of movies up there with Thunderbolts and Sinners. So
Dogman.
yeah, and there's Dogman. I haven't seen that yet, but
You saw that?
it's a book. It's like a book turn. It's a book turn movie.
It was a
but
book turn.
It's a book turned movie. But we'll go down the panel from start to finish, and then we'll continue from
What are
there.
we talking about?
What we think is the best movie this year?
Coming out?
No, like best movie that's been out for a bit. I think for me, it obviously is Sinners because the movie is interesting. I love the plot of it. At first, I didn't really care for it because I thought it was kind of like an Abraham Lincoln vampire killer movie. But then once you get more further in the movie, it gets really interesting because I like the fact that Michael B. Jordan plays two characters. I love it, and I think it's probably up there as one of my favorite movies of all time. But Thunderbolts is a close second though because that movie is hilarious. I like the whole plot of it and what they're going for. But I am excited for what is it, Avengers Doomsday, because they announced the cast and everything. So,
The Sentinels will be in it.
but
Yeah. They were saying the Sentinels will be in it.
well, let's
I don't want to
continue.
know anything about it.
Now, stop telling me.
Well, let's continue down the line.
What's wrong with y'all? I want to know what's the problem. What am I talking about? Oh,
What do you think the best movie is?
best movie right now is like right now this year.
Yes.
I haven't seen any movies this year.
Oh my
Die Hard.
Yeah, that is a good movie.
Minecraft.
I don't know about that.
That movie's
I heard it
funny.
was dumb.
That movie is a dumb.
I heard it was for
movie.
some reason funny and people watched it, but then a lot of people said it was stupid. So I don't know what to think.
It's kind of like a dumb, funny.
It's coming on streaming soon, so I'll watch it. I think that's one I'll watch just to see if it's
It's
any
live
good.
action.
It's live action.
What about Snow White?
No, pass.
Yeah, that movie was not that good.
What else? Live action. I am looking to see the,
Yeah, that's a
yeah,
big good
this is a
one.
big one. Fantastic Four. I'm curious to see.
That ballerina.
Who?
The John Wick spinoff.
Ballerina.
It's a John Wick movie.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. There's another
Keanu's
one.
in it.
John Cena's in it.
Keanu Reeves.
Oh, it's not John
Yeah,
Cena.
John Cena's gonna be on it.
I've seen
He
that.
might. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Man,
Well,
what do you think the best movie is right now?
right now, I already said Sinners.
Yeah, he told you. If you're listening,
God.
gosh, listen to me.
But on other notes,
On other notes, who's the greatest tag team of all time? Oh,
like all time.
I'd probably have to go with Deuce and Domino.
Deuce and Domino.
Do. I'd
Yeah.
probably have to go with what's his name, Paul London
yeah, what's his
and
name?
Brian Kendrick.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. I always thought my favorite tag team was the Hart Foundation.
Oh, yeah,
I wonder why.
that terrible team.
Yeah, they're pretty overrated.
Yeah. And if you can't, well, I don't think y'all can hear that in the background, but in the background is playing Cult of Personality, so that is.
What else?
That's Cult of Personality.
No, they can't hear that.
Nobody else
No, I
has an
said it.
opinion on the
I'm
greatest
pretty
tag
sure.
team of all
Well,
time.
there is no such thing as the greatest.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not. If we're talking the greatest, then it's the Usos.
Yeah, right.
They're like what 2 year long reign.
Seriously, it's the Dudleys.
Honestly, you could make a strong argument for the Dudleys. They are the creators.
Technically, titles don't matter in wrestling
Well,
because it's scripted.
well,
So it's just as long as I think it's more of who does their job well
They got the
Oh,
or the
then
best.
then the mega powers.
Even if you win titles,
then the mega
who
powers.
did
There you
their
go.
job? You know, you sold tickets, fans liked it,
The mega
you
powers.
made money. Deuce and Domino. Speaking of Deuce and Domino, what are some of the funny or ridiculously failed tag teams ever? There can be many
Who
of
was
them.
it?
Adam on Heinrich.
That's right.
What was there? Was there not one where it was Eugene and Hacksaw Jim Duggan? If I'm correct. Yeah.
What
That
about
was one of them back
Rhythm
in
and
the.
Blues? Greg the Hammer Valentine and Honky Tonk Man.
Trying to think of some other ones.
What's some other bad ones?
Marty Jannetty and the other.
Oh, the New Rockers. Marty
Yeah.
Jannetty and Leaf Cassidy, also
Snow.
known as Al Snow. Oh, what about who?
Slater and Gator.
Slater and Gator.
Gator.
What
was
about
that?
Well Done?
Well done.
Techno Team 2000.
Who remembers that team right there?
What was another one?
American Males from
American
WCW.
Males.
Dude, that whole
American
song
Males.
was funny.
American Males. American Males.
Uh,
Dale wanted to be one of them. Oh, he was. He was
trying to think of
original.
some other ones. There's a
What was
lot
another
of.
one?
Camacho and who was that one?
Who?
Camacho going who was riding the bike.
Oh, Camacho was some. Yeah, I know what he's talking
What
about.
about
It was
the two?
Thomas on that before.
Well, who are the two guys that were riding the lawnmower stuff?
Oh, the Mexicals.
Mexico, yeah.
Super Crazy is probably the best member out of that, especially. But wrestling related, I want to mention a lot of what do we think of John Cena's farewell tour?
It sucks.
In my opinion, it honestly
It really sucks.
The matches suck.
The matches suck.
Okay.
He's definitely got a lot of ring rust and he's old.
I think a lot of his final tour isn't. It's not bad. I just wish there was
His promos
better.
are good though.
Yeah, his promos are still good.
He wants
He
to.
shouldn't have won the title. I think.
He
I think
wants
should
to
have just had matches.
ruin.
I think that was a rock.
Yeah.
I think he wants to. As he
No,
said,
the Rock wanted Cody to turn heel.
but it
Triple
didn't
H.
work. I think, in my opinion, the direction where they're going isn't bad because I think with them leading to Money in the Bank, we're probably gonna get a CM Punk versus Cena
Yeah,
rematch,
Cena win that.
which I think Punk should win.
Well, first he's got to fight R-Truth.
Oh well, that's gonna be the squash match.
Yeah,
So you never know.
R-Truth might win the title.
Yeah, R-Truth's gonna win.
As long
the
as little
undisputed-
Jimmy don't interfere,
Yeah.
it might be okay. Or little Jimmy will turn heel.
Yeah.
That'd be a good action figure, Little Jimmy.
Yeah, they got him out.
Yeah.
They're hard to see or find.
Yeah, you gotta get lucky to find them, but I think Cena's farewell tour will be interesting.
Who do you think
Maybe
he's going to wrestle between now and then before he drops the title?
I think he'll lose back to Cody. I'm gonna say that at Saturday Night Main Event. It would either be Cody. Well,
He's not fighting Cody.
no, in December.
Fighting little Jimmy.
No, because there's a lot of
I was gonna
options. You
say
could
little
say
Cindy.
there's a lot of options. You could say Braun Breaker could beat him.
I think that's someone young.
Yeah,
I think he should.
like one of those tag team guys that wears a little short
Stone
tops.
Prince.
Oh, Elton and Kip Wilson.
One of them will beat him for the title.
Maybe Santino.
He
Yeah.
returns.
Joe Hendry. I can see that.
Yeah.
I don't think he will though. But I mean, John Cena's farewell tour at the moment isn't horrible. I mean, the WrestleMania 41 match is not my personal.
WrestleMania 41 sucked.
That whole pay per
That main
view
event
was
yeah.
kind of horrible. I think the best matches on both of night 1 and 2 was the
ending.
Was the triple threat. Both triple threats were amazing. All the other matches are kind of just horrible in my opinion. I still didn't agree with why they didn't put the SmackDown TLC match on there when they put, that was the dumbest decision.
American males.
American males.
American males.
American males.
Burgle. Hogan. Hulk, if you're listening to this, we're not coming for you.
Now the biggest question: is
Where's Manuel?
he's right there. You can't really see him because we're on audio, but he's right here, right next to us.
That's not me.
No, but the biggest question is going into these next few pay-per-views because we have Saturday night main event. The one question I do have for all of the guys here at the panel: who do we think is going to beat Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Belt?
Me.
I
think it'll be Sami Zayn.
I think it'll be Jimmy.
Oh, not again.
What?
Jimmy Uso.
What did Jimmy say that one episode on Raw? He was like, "I want the Raw Tag Team Championship, or I want the United States Tag Team Championship." That's a problem.
Yeah.
I think Braun Breaker could be up there for a
Seth will
future.
probably win it, and Braun by next year will turn him.
Probably. That's a good thing. It could. Or AJ, I could see. Randy.
AJ Lee.
Yeah.
We have.
Anyways,
It's hard to say booking wise because Hunter is in an interesting realm with.
wrestling sucks. He's fired. I'm calling him right when we get done with this podcast and tell him he's fired.
There's a few options.
Tony Khan could buy WWE.
No, he won't. Yeah, he'll turn WWE into like horrible. Yeah, speaking of which, All In is coming. Oh,
Hello?
All In is coming into. We have to redo all of it.
That's still on.
Oh, is it?
Hey.
Hello? Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. It stopped.
No, it's still going.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, it is going.
I told you.
Sorry, it's the first time we've done audio only, so
Yes.
we have a timer and I thought it stopped. Anyway, who is the best AEW wrestler?
There's a whole list.
And all you hear is crickets.
Ricochet.
Okay. Yeah.
Ricochet's probably the best member.
Maybe it's Warlow.
Oh God.
That's Manuel's favorite, Warlow.
All right, let's be
I'd
clear.
say it's Kenny Omega because I
He's
like Kenny Omega.
He's,
Yeah, right.
It's
The best
Will.
is.
It's Will Ospreay. He defeated him.
Didn't we just beat him on the game a minute ago?
Yeah, that was on the. You didn't
After
even defeat.
Yokozuna squashed
You
him.
didn't pin me. And no, I eliminated Yokozuna first of all. But no, I think the best person for AEW is Will Ospreay, but not if not Will, then I think Hangman Adam Page is up there. I will admit, I have been watching a lot more AEW recently, just to see how it feels or go into it. A lot of their wrestling is kind of more. Their wrestling's more about skilled, like going up to like do dark, like trying to go up to do like these crazy moves and everything. Try to put on like 5-star matches and everything, which isn't a bad thing, but it seems like they're more going for ratings and everything than actually putting on like a story or something. But besides that, I think AEW's not a horrible company, but it's not the best company. I would rather watch
TNA.
than
DFW All Pro Wrestling.
no offense to DFW, but All Pro.
Is a no-go.
Yeah.
Oh, that came from Manuel.
Yep.
Trademark Manuel. Because he's an American male.
American male.
American male.
American male.
All right, that's enough of that.
All right,
We'll end off with this.
we'll end off tonight's podcast with the Mount Rushmore. Oh my gosh, you haven't said a single word, so be quiet.
Somebody's asleep over there. So who is your Mount Rushmore of all time? Any company, your all-time 4 wrestlers.
No, we
Any
did
company.
No, we did
If we
WWE.
haven't done it, we're updating it as of now.
As of now,
So
we're
any
updating.
company, not just WWE, WWE, AEW, WCW, TNA, whatever. It's wrestling, your Mount Rushmore, your top 4 of
My
all
number
time.
one, Fireball Ash from DFW All Pro Wrestling.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, he is pretty good, especially in Toy Story. When he tackles Woody, or when he tackles Buzz under that car, That was it. That was the original spear.
Buff Bagwell from WCW at number 2.
That's a horrible list.
That's the greatest list. All right, let's be for real now. We'll go down the line with number 1 through 4.
My number 1 is
Bret the Hitman Hart.
Bret the Hitman's Heart.
Called it.
It's number 1 on my Mount
I don't
Rushmore.
understand how people like Bret. That's still
He's the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Who's yours, Mayo?
My number 1 is Shawn Michaels.
The Heartbreak Kid.
Shawn
Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
What do you think Chris is?
CM Punk.
CM Punk probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, so we'll say Chris is a CM Punk's. Our number 2s are going to be
Yeah, for me it's Will Ospreay, just because I love his in-ring work. Probably one of my favorites out there. But number 2,
number 2 all-time all wrestling.
I think for me number 2 is
Mine would be Hulk Hogan. That's what got me into wrestling was Hulk Hogan. Back in the 80s when I was a kid.
I think for number 2 for me will be number 2 number 2 for me will be Stone Cold. He kind of, if not
Stone
saved,
Cold Steve Stallston.
yeah, he
That's
kind of, if not saved the
Walmart
company.
brand.
Yeah, he kind of, if not saved the
Oh, yeah.
company himself. Yeah, he did. After.
Mango did that.
Okay, yeah, I forgot.
Now, what's your number 2?
My
Go.
number 2 is Kurt Angle.
Oh,
Cheers.
the Olympic medalist himself.
Is he an American male?
Yeah.
What do you think Chris's number 2 is?
Simon Dean.
Simon Dean.
Oh, I was thinking
Lift
Santino.
exercise.
I was thinking Santino Morello.
I was thinking Little Jimmy.
Down to our number 3.
Number 3.
I think number 3 for me is what's his name? Adam Cole. I like him. I think his NXT Black and Gold was probably my favorite era to be in because I remember we used to watch all the NXT Black and Gold like pay-per-views and we used to actually be intrigued with all the matches. Especially the Adam Cole matches were amazing in my opinion. 5 stars.
Yeah.
You're number 3.
Yeah. I'd probably say Roman Reigns, maybe.
Oh,
I mean, you can't just say all the guys from the past. I mean, no, you can, but I'm saying you got to. I mean, I'm just thinking if you had to put in some guys from nowadays, from the modern era, I'd say Roman Reigns, I guess. What about you, Mayor? What's your number 3?
My number 3 would be Chris Jericho.
Y2J or Lionheart?
All of them.
And Chris's number 3 is what, Mayo?
His number 3 is Jack Swagger.
Jack Swagger. Now we're gonna wrap up our top 4 with number 4 on our Mount Rushmore. That's yours.
I think number 4 is kind of
nice.
Okay, I think my number 4 is kind of it's debatable because I mean I've always because my list has always my list has always been interesting because I will always switch it up every few months. But I think currently at the moment, I think my number 4 is gonna go to Brian Danielson or Daniel Bryan. Ring of Honor, WWE, New Japan, and AEW. I mean, Brian Daniels done it all. I can argue and say that if Brett and Brian Danielson were to meet in a match, both in their prime, I think Brian Danielson would walk out the man, in my opinion. So.
I'm gonna say
He's gonna say John Moxley.
Shawn Michaels would be on my all time.
The
I like
villain.
Shawn Michaels. I think he was a great athlete, great wrestler, one of the best. What about you, Manuel? Who's your number 4?
My number 4 has got to be the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold.
Steve Stamper. What do you think Chris's number 4 is?
Santino.
His name number 4
Great Khali.
is
The Great Khali.
the Great Khali. Is right.
Yeah. or Giant Gonzalez?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good answer.
Or Heinrich.
Hayden, right.
Wait, what's that one guy's name?
We don't know.
Rich Holland.
Yeah, sure. Anyways, so yeah, there you go. That's we just want to do a short, semi-short episode of the Retro Funhouse podcast, as we haven't been on in a long while. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Join the Funhouse Retro Funhouse. Remember, this is a audio only, and this is the first time we've done it. So don't judge it if it's weird. I don't know what that is. What was that? Anyways, till next time, like, share, subscribe. Check us out on YouTube and Instagram. And we'll see you later. Later.
Alright.
American males.
American males.
American males.
American males.
And goodbye.